With every push, every inch of the way, one woman, not just battling up a steep trail in Colorado's Rocky Mountains, she's breaking stereotypes.
That's the worst. I don't let my disability stop me. Sometimes I might be like, oh man, I can't get through this. But I gotta change that mindset.
Mountain climbing requires extra effort for Melissa Simpson. She's also battling cerebral palsy, pushing well beyond her comfort zone in this specially designed chair with hand levers, propelling the wheels forward. Today is one of the greatest physical challenges she's ever faced.
Feeling okay? Yeah.
It's a fight that comes from within.
I don't think of my disability, and I don't particularly care for people to define me as a disabled person. I can do things, but I do them differently than other people.
The team helping Melissa through the rough spots on this trail are volunteers.
Thanks, Bill.
Around 400 people of all abilities are making this hike today, organized by a nonprofit group called No Barriers, empowering people with physical and mental difficulties.
A lot of people find themselves in our community kind of getting shoved to the sidelines and not really feeling connected.
Eric Weinmeer is a veteran at breaking barriers, in 2001 becoming the first ever blind person to reach the summit of Mount Everest. It was overcoming those challenges as a disabled mountaineer that led him to co-founding the group.
We get into our corners as folks with disabilities, and we kind of create these expanses around us, and we become a bit isolated.
Losing his sight to a childhood condition, by the age of 14, Eric was completely blind.
I remember sitting in the cafeteria after going blind my freshman year in high school, sitting at a table by myself and listening to all the food fights and jokes and fun over there with all my friends. I was scared to go blind, but my greatest fear was that I was going to be left out of everything.
He now advocates for inclusion and acceptance.
Today, hiking with us up the mountain, you'll see every disability under the sun, from folks with cerebral palsy to folks in wheelchairs cranking their way up the mountain with their arms, to injured veterans, to kids in the foster care system. So it's this really eclectic community of people, and we ask them to kind of lean in and lift each other up.
Adversity has challenged Melissa all her life, right from day one. Born with cerebral palsy, weighing less than 2 pounds. Spending her first 2 months on a ventilator, growing up confined to a wheelchair, never able to run around with other kids. Her disabilities making her an easy target.
I got bullied, I got pushed around, and people would laugh and make fun of me.
It wasn't only the other children who ridiculed her. According to Melissa, even one of her teachers was abusive.
She would tell me I wouldn't get anywhere in this world. I wouldn't graduate high school, let alone college.
Before she started climbing, depression and feelings of helplessness were a daily struggle, as documented here in this independent film, From My Window.
From my window, I could see the tallest peaks in Colorado. This is the view I had my whole life, and I've always wanted to tackle these mountains.
Melissa's journey to reaching those distant heights began on the day she defied that negative teacher and graduated from college with an associate's degree in 2017. Eric was her commencement speaker.
What doesn't get talked about enough is the struggle.
That was the flip of a switch for me. My life turned around.
She's just gung-ho. She wants to attack life, you know, and so No Barriers is a perfect community for her.
Back on the trail, now halfway up the mountain, Melissa and her team realize they've taken a wrong turn.
To be honest, I was reading the sign, so I feel bad because I said bridle path this way, and that's the way we went.
But
so.
I like the harder path,
yeah.
So that's good, Bill.
Same thing right there.
Persevering with that harder path, that determination paving the way as the trail narrows and becomes more treacherous.
Whoa, compensate on the right, compensate on the right.
Getting her through the hard places, the helpers, a vital community of support.
We call it a rope team, a metaphor taken from the mountains where you're actually roped to the people around you physically. So we say, hey, join this No Barriers rope team, and we can support each other, and we can lift each other up, and we can help each other solve problems, right?
Just one more hairpin turn to go.
I have it in my pocket.
Straight.
And turn.
Good job.
Root on the left, rock on the right.
Wow, look at that view.
And then she and her team finally reached the peak of the mountain, just like the ones she would see from her window, finally within reach.
Yeah, I made it to the top.
You say to Melissa, do you want to do the easy way or the hard way? She'll say the hard way every time.
Oh.
Do you need to adjust it all?
Nope, I'm good. You good?
Then comes a surprise from Melissa's rope team, lifting her up and carrying her the final few feet to a privileged seat on the highest rock.
You got it. I got your legs.
I feel like I accomplished something bigger than myself. Yeah,
You did an amazing
Good job.
my cerebral palsy don't stop.
That's right. Kicking it in the butt.
Yeah.
You get pulverized in life, and then you somehow figure out this way of coming back into the world. And the cool part about this community is you just sit and talk to people, and everyone has a story of challenge, a story where they were low and they figured out a way to reclaim their life. And I think the world needs that right now. There's so much negativity in the world out there, so much fear. I think the world needs little no barriers.
Melissa now confirming that she is an official ambassador with no barriers.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.